Hello and welcome to my video where I'm going to show you how to count rows in Stockinette Stitch and Garter Stitch. Here you can see a sample of ribbing which will allow me to demonstrate how to count rows in Stockinette Stitch and reverse Stockinette Stitch. You can see the Stockinette Stitch in the raised ribs and the stitches look like little V shapes, whilst you can see the reverse Stockinette Stitch in the recessed ribs and the knitting here looks more like wavy lines. The important thing to note is that when you're knitting, you're actually creating a series of loops in the yarn, and it's these loops that we're going to be counting. And another important thing to note is that you don't count the cast on edge as a row, unless of course your pattern specifically tells you to do so. Now for this sample I've done a long tail cast on, and you can see the cast on edge here. It's a kind of wavy line made up of little N shapes of yarn and U shapes of yarn. This is the row of stitches that you want to ignore. Right, so first I'm going to show you a close-up of Stockinette Stitch and I'm going to stretch out the stitches. Hopefully this just gives you an idea of how Stockinette Stitch is constructed and how the loops connect. You'll see that the V shape that you see on the front of the knitting is actually just part of the yarn loop. So to count the rows in Stockinette Stitch, you're going to be counting the loops, making sure you first ignore that wavy cast on edge. So here you can see one loop which represents one row, and another loop, and another loop, and so on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So we have 16 rows of Stockinette Stitch. And now we can move on to counting the rows in the reverse Stockinette Stitch. The reverse Stockinette Stitch looks very similar to the cast on edge, so just make sure you separate those first and you just ignore that cast on edge. You'll see that the reverse Stockinette Stitch is made up of N shapes of yarn and U shapes of yarn. If I show you a close-up of stretching those stitches, you can see that the N shape is the top of a loop and the U shape is the bottom of a loop. So again, we're just counting the loops. So ignore the cast on edge and then look for a U shape and an N shape, and that's one row. So here you can see a U and an N, a U and an N, a U and an N. And all we're going to do is count the loops where we can see the upper part of that loop, i.e. we can see the N shape. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So that's 16 rows of reverse Stockinette Stitch. And one more thing I want to note is that on the other side of this sample, the cast on edge looks a little bit different. It's made up of little diagonal strands of yarn, and you treat it just the same, you just ignore it. Right, so now I'm going to show you how to count rows in Garter Stitch. And once again, I cast on using the long tail method. However, once again, we're going to be ignoring it and not counting it as a row. To start with, here's a close-up of the Garter Stitch to see how it's constructed. You can see that Garter Stitch is made up of wavy lines or ridges, and each ridge is made up of the N shapes and the U shapes. All you need to do to count the rows is count the ridges. Each ridge consists of the N shapes and the U shapes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Since a ridge consists of 2 rows, then we need to multiply this by 2 to make 10 rows. But before you know that for sure, you need to turn your knitting over and count the ridges on the back. So if we turn it over, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 ridges. So we've counted 5 ridges on one side and 6 ridges on the other. That means we actually have what's in between of those two numbers, which is 5.5, and timesing that by 2 gives you 11 rows. So in conclusion, if you count the number of ridges on each side and it's the same, then you multiply that by 2 and that's the number of rows. However, if there's a mismatch, that means you've actually knit an odd number of rows. So the actual number will be in between the two numbers you've counted. And of course, whenever you're counting, make sure you don't count the cast on edge. And that's it. That's how you count rows in Stockinette Stitch and Garter Stitch. I really hope you found that useful, and thank you very much for watching.